Long time ago, in the sun-baked village of Odompo, palm wine was the heartbeat of every celebration. Weddings, naming ceremonies, harvest dances all began with a gourd of sweet palm wine tapped from the tall trees at the edge of the forest. At the center of the grove stood one tree, taller and straighter than all the rest. Its front swayed like the arms of a graceful dancer. People called it Abrewajia, meaning the old mother tree, because no one could remember when it was planted. Every festival, the tapirs would climb it first, and its wine always tasted the sweetest. But the people of Odompo had grown careless. They took more and more from the old mother tree without thanks. They never poured a drop back to the earth for the ancestors. They never sang the tapping song their fathers had sung. They simply cut and drained. One dawn, Kojo the famous tapper climbed Abrewajia as usual. His knife flashed, the wine gushed, but instead of its usual pale sweetness, a dark drop fell onto his hand. He licked it. Salt! Kojo blinked. Palm wine does not taste like tears. He looked closer. A clear droplet slid down the back like a tear on a cheek. He shrugged and filled his gourd. Maybe dew, he muttered. But that night, the villagers drank the wine and felt strange. Heavy hearts, sad songs, no laughter. Days passed. The tree gave more wine, but more tears too. Birds stopped nesting in its crown. The goats would not graze beneath it. One evening, Kojo climbed again. Halfway up, the trunk vibrated. A low voice rose from the wood. Kojo, Kojo. He nearly fell. Who calls me? I am a Prewajia. You cut me and drink me, but you give nothing back. You have forgotten your promises. Kojo clung to the trunk, trembling. A tree is talking to me? I fed your fathers. I sweetened your festivals, but my heart is heavy. If you will not honor me, I will die, and your wine will turn to tears. Kojo scrambled down and ran to inform the chief and the elders. The elders laughed after Kojo explained everything to them. Kojo, you drink too much palm wine, one elder said. But the king frowned. Bring me the wine tomorrow, let us taste it ourselves. The next day they tasted. It was bitter. Still, they did nothing but order the tapirs to find more trees deeper in the forest. That night, the old mother tree wept openly. Drops of sap-like tears pattered on the leaves. Children woke from nightmares. Even the drums sounded dull. In the village lived a quiet orphan named Issy. She often sat alone by the grove weaving baskets. Unlike the others, she sometimes sang the old palm wine songs her grandmother had taught her. The tree seemed to sway more gently when she sang. One evening, as the sun bled red into the horizon, she heard a soft sobbing. She looked up. The tree's trunk glistened. Old mother tree, she whispered, are you crying? A breath of warm air touched her cheek. Child, only you sing to me. Tell your people to give thanks. Pour libation, so I can heal. Essie nodded solemnly. I will tell them. Essie ran to the village square. The tree is weeping. It wants libation. It spoke to me. The villagers laughed. Now the basket girl is mad too. The chief scowled. Enough of these tales. We need wine for the harvest festival. Kojo, tap twice much. Kojo hesitated. Chief, the tree is angry. Tap. The chief backed. Kojo climbed the tree, knelt down. As he cut, the trunk shattered. A gush of dark liquid poured out, staining his gourd. When he reached the ground, he felt weak. The wine was thick, like blood. That night, the festival began. People poured the wine, but as they drank, they felt dizzy. The drums faltered. A low wail rose from the grove. Suddenly, the old mother tree cracked loudly. A stream of liquid gushed from its trunk, flowing like a river through the village square. Children screamed. The wine tasted of salt and sorrow. Essie alone stood still. She took a small calabash, filled it and poured it back at the foot of the tree, whispering her grandmother's song. Tree of life, tree of drink, we remember, we return. Forgive our anger, forgive our thirst. The stream slowed. The tree's voice whispered, Child, they have forgotten, but you remember. Teach them. The next morning, the chief called an emergency meeting. People were sick, the wine had turned bad, and the old mother tree stood cracked and drooping. Essie spoke firmly. We must pour libation and sing the old songs. We must let the tree rest. The elders finally agreed. They circled the tree, singing the tapping song. Kojo laid his knife at its base. Slowly, the trunk stopped oozing. New fronds unfurled. A sweet scent filled the air. The tree's voice, soft again. Honor restored. Drink in moderation. Remember me at every festival. From then on, no one tapped Abrewajia without first singing and pouring a libation. The chief appointed Essie as the guardian of the grove. She taught the children the old songs and how to thank the trees. And on moonlit nights, when the breeze whispered through the fronds, people said they heard laughter instead of crying. The old mother tree is dancing with joy. The moral lesson of this story is that when we take without thanks, even the sweetest sauce will turn bitter. Gratitude turns tears back into wine. Thank you for watching my video to the end. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel for more African tales. Until next time, may your path be blessed.